Hi guys, NiXiT here today, bringing you another gameplay commentary. Today I have a special episode that I feel terrible about bringing you, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because I know a lot of you have trouble getting started in these games. So, what we're doing today is, again, we are in the world of 7 Days to Die, and I'm going to show you two exploits in the game. One is to gather extra brass, the other to gather extra glass. Now, I did not mean for this video to come out like a Dr. Seuss rhyme, and just ignore both the dysentery that I have, as well as the zombies coming to kill me. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is show you the exploits. Obviously, you find a lot of glass in the game, and you can use those to make glass jars. However, you also save up those glass jars over time and can, use them to refill. If you do find yourself running low on them, a lot of times this happens for us when we run out on adventures and drop them as we go. One of the things that you can do is take a glass jar, put it inside your thing, and melt it down. So right now, that one has 5 glass in it. Let's get rid of that. Let's go ahead and use this one. So in here, we're going to go ahead and put 1 glass, turn it on. You'll see the glass goes from 0 to 15 maybe, or 5, 10, I forget. 15. So that melts down to 15. So let's go ahead and do 2 jars, just because I know that it takes 10 per jar. So what we can do is, basically, you can melt down 2 jars, and I guess you can guess what's happening next. Because this melts down into a total of 30 glass, you can then make 3 jars out of them. So this can work for basically anything that is glass. It's a good exploit. Even if you need something else, you can make more jars, then smelt them back down, make more jars, smelt them back down in large quantities, and other things of this sort. So that's one exploit. That's only something I've read about that people need early game. Obviously, end game wise, that's not a big one, but this one can be. A lot of you find a shit ton of bullets while out on the road that you don't really give a shit about. In my opinion, the 10mm rounds are worthless. I never use the SMG. I use the shotgun, the pistol, the bow. I pretty much use everything but the SMG. So one thing you can do is take these bad boys and scrap them as you go. Let's use 10 as an example. Nice even number. So what you can do is 10 bullets, or let's say you're not even out on the road, you're not even trying to optimize. This again is an exploit. So you take 10 pre-made bullets and scrap them. Now that'll return you 3 brass in this case. It can vary depending on the bullet, but it's always an amount that once entered into your currently running oven, or forge rather, blah blah blah, you guys know what's going to happen. It's going to turn into 30 brass, right? Right, of course. So then, as we always do, what we'll want to do is go up to our bullet casings, which I have marked under favorites, and you can see it takes 1 brass and 1 clay to make them. So basically, we took 10 bullets, right? Because let's be honest, if you can find a mine, lead's easy. And gunpowder, I mean, mines will give you all the lead and gunpowder you could ever ask for. So really, you're limited by your bullet casings. So in this case, you scrap 10 of those into 3, you get 30 brass, that'll return you 30 bullets. So, as long as you don't mind gathering the extra lead and the extra gunpowder, both of which are much easier to gather than brass, which you basically can only gather via scrapping, you can see at this point we have 2,000 lead in there, plenty of clay. We've got gunpowder stored upstairs by the frickin' truckload. So basically, that's an exploit to gather more brass. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this on a server, as many would consider it duping. I would consider it that. I would frown on it in, a game where I'm playing on a server. But in single player or just getting started, it can be a good way to do it. So I'm just showing you guys how it can be done. It's your morals whether you want to do it or not. If you want to play the game the way it's supposed to be played and go scavenge that, feel free. But that's just one tip and trick on a way to do it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and go play some games, maybe bring some gameplay commentaries on better stuff than exploits, because let's face it, exploits are sketchy shit. So I'm going to go play some games, see if I can get some gameplays, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Leave that like, leave that comment, and we'll see you soon.